Okay, so just some things that we general housekeeping things that we want to make all the supervisors aware of during the 6 weeks of overseeing the youth. So and many of you have participated in a paid work experience program before. I'm sure this is not your first or second time, but just a refresher, the paid work experience program is funded by WIOA, the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act. It's funded by the state of Florida. It requires commitment from the work site for the youth mentoring, and it's a partnership with CareerSource, Hillsborough, Pinellas, and your organization. It allows youth to gain job-related skills and essential work readiness skills. As you guys know also that the program comes with eligibility criteria, and one of the criteria is the ages that we're dealing with the summer youth participant. Their age range from 16 years old to 24 years old. They have to be a resident of Hillsborough County, and the funding for these programs are blended. I'll go into that more in depth on the other slide, the next slide. Participation in the PW Youth Summit and complete work readiness skills training. So they have there's certain steps that they have to take before they're even introduced to you guys. The program design is 6 weeks. The pay rate is $15 an hour, and it's 20 hours a week maximum. And we will as you guys know, we have targeted sectors and we target those industries during the summer program. And it's manufacturing, professional services, healthcare and life sciences, and IT and call centers. Okay, so when I mentioned blended funding earlier, this is what I was talking about. They have different programs and different goals. So one program is the work readiness program, and it provides a structured and safe, well supervised position for the youth. It exposes youth to work readiness skills, and it provides them with a sense of achievement, develop youth knowledge of workforce as well. And then there's another program called Career Exploration, which assists the youth in exploring careers in demand occupations, allow youth to learn about allow the youth to learn about various occupations that align with their unique career preferences and values. Enable youth to explore career interests as well. And then the main one that we're talking about today is the paid work experience, which is empower youth to perform meaningful tasks and projects. It allows youth to practice skills cultivated through coaching and mentoring, and it support hands-on workplace skills with experiential learning. Okay, so this part is very important because um, CareerSource Hillsborough Pinellas has partnered with a company called Manpower, and they're going to be the one that's overseeing the time whenever you submit your participants time card. Okay, so with the timekeeping, you must notify the Tampa-based Summer High's career coach that your PW participant started on their first day. And when you do, you have to include their name, their position, and the location. Youth are not to exceed the 20 hours per week. Notify your assigned recruiting coaches of any absences as early as possible. CareerSource Hillsborough Pinellas does not provide holiday pay or fringe benefits to interns. If the work site is closed due to a holiday, you can modify the intern's work schedule to make up hours within that same week only. Worksite must establish a schedule for the youth and communicate all schedule and shift changes to the youth and recruiting coach. Breaks must be provided per youth labor law, minimum 30-minute break after 6 hours of working. Assistance can be provided by the coaches during their planned/unplanned worksite visits. Okay, so as I mentioned before, Manpower will be keeping the time. So they will handle all timesheets and payroll. Links to the timesheets will be emailed to the listed supervisor of the youth. Manpower emails timesheets on Mondays at 8 a.m. Supervisors will click on link and verify the hours entered by the youth. If they have any issues, they as in the employers, please reach out to Manpower Payroll Generalist directly at 813-249-0349. So if you guys have pen and paper, just take that number down because with any payroll issues, you guys are going to have to contact them directly. The PWE payroll schedule goes as timesheets and payrolls are done every week. Interns are paid on Fridays, and payment methods are the first one is going to be a live check, and then all other pay is going to be issued via direct deposit. Okay. And once again, if you guys have any issues or concerns, contact Manpower directly. And the number is listed again, 813-249-0349. So the work sites, they're assigned and dedicated, their work sites are assigned a dedicated summer hires career coach. Okay, so they're going to be conducting on-site bi-weekly monitoring at the work sites. I know they say some are going to be planned and some are going to be unplanned visits. So just be aware that they're going to be popping up at the locations where the youth are working. It's just to validate engagement of the intern and the worksite supervisor, making sure that everything is going good, everything's running smoothly, there's no issues. And it also provides coaching and mentoring support to the intern as well. So they're going to have a career coach that you could also communicate anything that's happening, whether you feel like, hey, this participant is always late, or they're always on their phone, or they're not adhering to the uniform. Whatever issues you have, you're going to have an assigned career coach to help you get through those obstacles. Okay, so and this is the scope of the work of the career coach. So the worksite supervisor manual, it outlines the roles and responsibilities of the worksite supervisor and the intern. Now we have a hard copy, and you guys are going to receive one from your respective BDM. And at the end, after you review it, you read through some of the things that I'm mentioning here. You just sign and send back over the contract to your BDM. Okay, so each supervisor, direct or alternate, must review and sign the PW worksite supervisor manual. So it's a must that you guys sign and return. Each worksite must adhere to the original schedule agreed upon in the CareerSource Hillsborough Pinellas PWE application. Any changes to the work schedule or any added tasks must be communicated with your worksite and your assigned summer hires career coach. HR policies and employee safety. So in the manual, it's going to be broken down in more details, but there are going to be work rules and disciplinary policies. The complaint and grievance procedures are also in the manual. Interns, when it comes to suspension and or termination, voluntary termination, involuntary termination, and then it's important to notify the recruiting coach from the onset of any issues or challenges. No, I just want to reiterate, as we mentioned before, this is more of a mentoring program. And if there's any issues in the beginning, we want to just resolve them as soon as possible, because we really don't want any of the youth to be terminated, or I don't want them to be a problem for you as well. So please, if you guys start seeing problems, let the career coach know so we can resolve them. Okay, so obviously employee safety is first. If working outdoors, please advise the intern to wear appropriate attire and use sunscreen and insect repellent as needed. Train intern on the proper use of machinery if allowable based on child labor laws. At the work site, we're going to have responsibilities, and to mention, I mean, there's a lot of things going on, but we have to make sure that we're providing orientation to the intern on the first day of work, get all the things, make sure everything is clear, they understand what they're going to be doing. Engage the intern with meaningful tasks and work assignments. Ensure that participants receive fair treatment, clearly define expectations, provide interns with feedback on their performance, ensure ongoing communication between you and your assigned recruiting coach. Consider all interns for any unsubsidized job openings which may arise within your organization. Work sites must maintain compliance with all applicable child labor laws. Maintain appropriate work site supervisory ratio. It cannot exceed 7-1. Okay, and obviously it's very important that we have the recruitment events, which are taking place next week on June 3rd and June 6th. So the youth were provided a listing of all employers that will be in attendance to review. They have been informed the protocol for the event, not today's event, but on June 3rd and June 6th, they're going to be fully aware of what they need to do, how they need to approach. They're going to be trained on interviewing skills, the appropriate attire to wear. The youth have attended employability skills training prior, so they're going to be ready to go. They are highly motivated to secure a paid work experience position with your company. Employers will be conducting many interviews with candidates using a speed dating approach. I'm sorry, I'm hearing feedback. I'm not able to mute anyone, so everyone have to mute their mics. Thank you. Okay, so the speed dating approach, I need you guys to be fully aware that candidates have to be hired on the spot the day of the summit. So if you have a candidate that comes to your table and they're interested and you're interested in them, please hire them on the spot. Don't say, let me see who else is going to come, or maybe somebody else is going to come, or I hire them later. Because that day, everyone has to leave with a job and somebody's going to hire them. So if you see them, you like them, you think they're going to be a good fit for your organization, please snatch them up and fill out all the necessary documentation. Employers must, so you have to select a candidate that day. No ifs, ands, or buts. Once a candidate is selected, the employer must provide the youth with the PWE worksite referral form. These forms are going to be placed on the desk in a folder, so you're going to have access to them right in front of you. Position title, work schedule, worksite address, worksite supervisor, and contact number must be noted. Okay, so as I mentioned, you're going to have a folder. It's going to have two documents, the attachment ones, and it's going to be the worksite referral form that was mentioned. And this form has to be filled out in its entirety, and it's going to note everything that was on the previous page, your number, the worksite, the address, everything that's going to be needed for the intern to report to work on, I think it's June 14th. So on the day of, I'll also remind you guys of the copies because it's a triplicate. That's what we call it. There's a yellow, there's a pink, and there's a white form. Once you fill it out, the white page, which is the top page, will go to CareerSource Hillsborough Pinellas. The yellow page will go to the student, the participant, and the pink stays with you, the employer. And you guys are gonna probably need a refresher on this, so I'm gonna go over this at the summit as well. Okay. So mentoring and coaching, guys, we all know that this is basically the bulk of the program. We're mentoring and coaching these youth. They have some of them have never worked a day in their life, never been in the workforce. So basically, it's just supporting them, motivating them, and encouraging them to abide by your rules, respect what you have going on. Also, if you have a milestone or anything that they accomplished, please celebrate with them. They need to know that, hey, I'm doing a good job. Organize and create structured tasks to reduce downtime for them. And just keep in mind of the 5 C's of mentoring, which is context, clarity, coordination, commitment, and capability. And just set clear expectations and goals for them. Workplace boundaries. This is another very important topic. So just make sure you define your role clearly and stick to it with the youth. Avoid acting as a friend or a parent. Be mindful and set physical boundaries. Keep appropriate physical distance. Handshakes and high fives are acceptable for encouragement, but prolonged contact is very much discouraged. Set emotional boundaries. Be empathetic, but not enmeshed with the youth. Be mindful. We're teaching youth workplace skills, so set the example. Use technology appropriately. Refrain from texting or calling youth after workday into the evening or adding them on social media. Model appropriate behavior. Show, don't tell. Demonstrate appropriate actions in the workplace and set the example. First jobs make memories that last a lifetime. And also first impression is very important. Okay, so you guys, I'm sure if you haven't gotten an invitation yet, you will get an invitation to the job fair, the two summits that's taking place. On that day, again, I will go over the folder with you and what's in the folder, what needs to be completed, who keeps what, and what returned to CareerSource Hillsborough Pinellas. Just make sure that when you guys receive the manual, the supervisor manual, you sign the contract and return it to your respective PDM. What else? And then obviously you get an employer survey at the end. And this is going to all happen before you leave the summit. So I know that was, I probably went a little fast, but I just want to say thank you guys for taking the time out at 2 o'clock. But now I'm open for all questions, and maybe we could go at a slower pace. Any questions?
I typed it in there. Could you explain the 7 to 1? Is that 7 individuals?
So some people, I don't know, but like we have bigger companies that are requesting like 50 candidates, and we can't have 50 candidates with one supervisor. So yeah, a 71 ratio if you have to just keep things more organized.
That's 7 of your candidates. It's not like it's not like 5 of our people and 2 of your candidates, or?
No, it's if you have 7 of our candidates, is 1. Your people that work for you in your business doesn't account for our 7.
And just to confirm, the work week again is, when does it start?
The first day of training, I think, is working is June 14th.
Okay, but like my schedule, for me, my employees, Saturday's the first day of work. I just want to confirm what day is yours.
So the schedule as written in the application, yours start on Saturday, but we start the day on June 14th. So let's say that's Monday. You're gonna make sure you utilize your time that we're giving you, because remember, it's 6 weeks.
Okay.
So I'm just saying it's 6 weeks, and so it's very important that they utilize the whole 6 weeks. But you can't start before June 14th either.
I believe what he's asking is, can they come in on Saturday and Sunday is what I believe he's asking.
Yes, they can come in on Saturday and Sunday, but the thing about it is our work week starts on a Monday. So if they're starting that following Saturday, they're missing almost a whole week of work.
Okay.
But they can work on Saturday and Sunday. And you make that clear, you put it on the triplicate that you're going to receive, but just to keep in mind that they really have to start on June 14th.
Okay.
And they can work on weekends. Any more questions?
Yes. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. I can't see anything because my screen is up.
I was encouraged one of the students to participate, and she tried to apply, but they were asking for some documentation, and she got hers a little bit late. So she cannot show up unless she does all the process, the training, etc., right?
Yes, correct. If she missed the deadline, she won't be able to participate this year. They have to be enrolled into the program.
Okay.
Let me see.
Okay. So my question, I have never done, excuse me, I've never been to a summit. So do I need to set up a company table and?
So for the summit, we're going to provide you with 1 table and 2 chairs. You could bring your tablecloth. It's encouraged because they're going to have a list. So if you have the name on there, and we will provide table tents, but just having a tablecloth will make it easier for the youth to find where you're sitting. But that's about it. You just bring your if you want to bring swag, you can. But the paperwork, we will provide the paperwork for you guys as well on the table.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any more questions
or
concerns?
Yeah, sorry.
Go ahead.
Do we know the time that the summit is going to be on the 3rd and on the 6th?
And the 6th? Oh, yes. So the summit starts at 2 p.m. and it ends at 5, right? So for setup for the employers, because we're not asking you guys to bring a lot of things, I'm thinking the employers should arrive by 1:30 to set up, find your table, and be ready for 2 o'clock.
Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So
Tampa, I think it's Tam. I can't see the name.
Okay,
there you go.
Yeah. So my question was, you said the start date is July 14th?
No, June 14th.
June 14th, which is a Monday, correct?
Correct.
And then the work week is from Monday to Sunday, correct?
Yes, you have to, as long as you guys fall in that 20 hours for that week, you guys are fine. And don't surpass the 20 hours.
Okay. All right. No problem. Yeah, I just want to be sure Because there was some, I have one of your people and between manpower and you guys, we had some the work week was different. So I just want to make sure that it's the same now with this new program.
Okay. I know, and time cards I do every Monday. So
Okay,
I
thank
know
you.
that's good. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Miss Davis? I
Hi,
think you're next.
so you mentioned a direct deposit earlier. Is that something that Manpower is going to handle one-on-one with the summer hire, or is that something that we're involved in?
Okay, I think with the student, Manpower is gonna handle that one-on-one. I think with you guys, I think you guys would just get the link on credentials and how to log in and I guess approve time. I'm not 100% sure, but I know you guys are going to receive a link with your credentials. But as for the youth, they'll get a live check first, and I think then Manpower would let them know how to access their direct deposit or set it up for them.
So they're going to submit their hours like on a Friday, and then we approve it on Monday. Is that kind
That's
of?
yes. So I think once they submit it, you guys come in and make sure, yeah, this is what they worked, and then you approve it.
Very good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, just to piggyback on that, we're closed on Mondays, so is it possible
Oh,
to do it on a Sunday, or it's like a Saturday or Sunday to approve it on by then?
okay. So we're gonna have to talk offline about this because I see that like your company is set up differently, which I don't think is gonna be a problem. I just want to make sure with Manpower they know and they know how to work around your schedule. So we're gonna have to discuss a little bit further. And your company is
I smash.
okay. So we're gonna talk, and I'm gonna reach out to Caroline. Is your
Yes, yes,
okay?
yes.
So I'm gonna talk to Caroline, let her know what your concerns are, and then we're gonna take it from there.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you.
It shouldn't be a problem. I had the same experience. I think it's the key would be whenever the candidate submit their hours. If they submit their hours on Saturday, and then you could just go in there and approve it. Is if it's the same system that I have. Yeah.
Okay.
It's one. They have to initiate it first, and that's the key. And I usually just get a link. I don't know if it's different with the youth program, but I usually just get a link, and I just go to the link, and it says 20 hours or whatever, and I just hit approve.
Right. It should be the same. And if you participated last year, it should be the same. The year before, it's different. If you didn't participate last year, then it's a different link from 2023. So I'll get an answer for you, and I'll let Caroline
Thank you.
let you know how it's gonna work.
Perfect.
Because Manpower took over last year, so it's fairly new. I see two hands up. Maria.
Hi, sorry, I came in late to the meeting. We had the wrong link. So you just want to make sure I didn't miss
Apologize for that.
anything. So you said they start working June 14th, I heard in the last. Until when is the program?
Okay, so yeah, it's June 14th and it ends July 25th. It's a 6-week program.
25th.
25th, yes.
25th. And it's 20 hours a week.
20 hours a week maximum.
Maximum. Okay. And the summit, I haven't gotten any information on that. Is that gonna come through soon or?
It's you guys are supposed to receive an invitation. And in the invitation, it will break down everything and also have the manual attached to the invitation as well. But it's June 3rd. I think June 3rd is the Regent. And June 6th is the Skill Center. We have 2 summit this year, and it's gonna one's for the Tampa area and one for like the Riverview, Ruskin area. So we're only having 2. I don't know if you're on the call, but set up for employers are at 1:30, and then the summit starts at 2 p.m. and will end approximately at 5 p.m. or until everyone gets hired.
So we're located in Plant City. So it would be the Tampa location?
No, you're probably gonna be at the Regent location.
Which is June 6th?
I think that one is June 3rd. I need to, yeah. But you guys will get the invitation. Like it's coming, it's gonna be formal, it's gonna have all the details in there, when to arrive, everything.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Iris? Iris, you're muted. If you're talking, I'm not sure.
I'm sorry, yes. I was
Mhm.
gonna ask for a quick recap also. There was about 9 or 10 of us on a different Zoom for some reason. So can you, I think you pretty much captured it with Maria. I hope I've gotten everything.
Okay, so I don't know exactly what you missed, but the thing right now for you guys is that you have to just make sure you have the key dates that are down, which is June 3rd and June 6th, and that it's set up for employers are at 1:30, and then from 2 to 5 is the job fair. And
Okay,
then and Manpower, I'm sorry, for timekeeping, you're going to get a link from Manpower so that you could create your account and approve their time as it comes in week by week. It's 20 hours a week maximum. You can't surpass the 20 hours a week.
okay, one quick question. Once the kids come around and pick who they want to work for, if we've reached the maximum, do we still need to stay there to the end of the summit, or can
Mm.
we leave?
No, you could leave.
Okay.
Mm.
And all we do is bring information on our business.
Yes, and a tablecloth is very it's helpful because your name will be on there. So your tablecloth is good. And if you want to bring what we call swag, that's fine. Pens or whatever to give to them, that's a plus.
Okay. Okay,
But
thank you.
we're providing a table and a chair, 2 chairs.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any more questions or concerns? If you guys do come across a question that's like, oh, I forgot to ask, or a concern, you could because everyone on this call should already have an executed agreement. You could always reach out to that BDM and ask them that question, and you should get a response. Look out for the invitation, and I think it will be coming from Maria Suarez because she's organizing the summits. So just look out for your invitation. If you you feel like it's coming close to June 3rd and you don't have one, please reach out to your BDM as well and say, hey, listen, I haven't got my invitation. When can I expect it, or what's going on? Okay. But I just want to thank each and every one of you guys for participating in the program. I really appreciate it. It's a lot of work, but I'm very thankful that you guys are doing it, and I just appreciate all the hard work and dedication. That's it for me. Have a great day.